Hello, all of you delightful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and this is Lost in Chaos Scar, Season 2, Episode 7, Paralogue 2, A Forceful Audience. Just for the record, since we did announce this on the Discord, but I wanted to make sure this was announced on the stream. Our main Lost in Chaos campaign is on hiatus. The current expected return will be April 3rd. Just with the move, a move coming up here for one of the players. It's causing too much stress between the game and the move, so we are putting it on a small hiatus, but it will return. That said, we're continuing with this side game because, well, we're a couple days behind, and so we're going to be catching this game up to the main game, and then, well, if it catches up before, we may put it on hiatus. If not, it'll go until whenever. Anyways, this is a Scar campaign, which means it's running with our custom Scar system, or stories and creatures in alternate realities. We shall begin, as usual, with introductions, beginning with Enja.
Hello and good day, everyone. I am Enja Lumerias, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. I play the allies, I play the enemy, and I orchestrate all manner of events, be them for good or ill. However, I will now pass it over to... Oh, yes. Primary PC is back. I'm still getting used to that. Who's next in the line?
Aquarelle.
Aquarelle, go.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm IDDoThings, or IDO if you prefer, and I'll be playing Aquarelle, the Water Dark Hisu and Samurott. On to you, Elva.
Hello there, everybody. I'm Raharu, and I'll be playing Elvaroda, or Elva for short, the Water Ground type Quagsire. Up to you, Pyroclast.
Hi, I'm Gimund, and I'm playing the sometimes dark, sometimes ghost fire Charmeleon. He is currently dark fire. Unto Zim.
I am Razim, and I am playing as Squirrel, the dragon fighting type Riolu. And Verdant?
Hello, I am Drunk Dragonair from my own channel. I am playing Verdant, the Psychic Fire Charizard. Yep.
Alright. And now we'll go ahead and move over to the recap. Anyone want to do the recap from last session?
I'll do it.
There was a lot of destruction. The rage room was cycled multiple times.
Well, go ahead, Aquarelle.
Okay. So less as time on Squirrel's adventures, as we continued where the party left off, looking through Noah's notes, seeing what exactly Holly and Victoria were trying to, well, how Noah was being conditioned by them. A lot of things came up that the party disagreed on, disagreed with, if I believe, led to two of said cards being destroyed. Right? Yeah, hard feelings, emotions, sins. Two dark types and a dragon, and decided to take all of their rage out in the rage room of the guild. Believe a fairy type I got concerned and decided to ask if we needed help. And everyone just was turned in for the night afterward, just to relax. The next morning afterward, Verdant had woken Squirrel up early to help him with his ADHD, I take it, correct? By helping him meditate and doing some fighting poses or fighting trading.
I believe that was the
after.
intention, yeah.
Noah also tried to take part in his own way, but kind of lost interest during meditations. Body pillow, joke. Aquarelle left to find him. Uh, uh, Bex, I believe, the Charmander from Team No Worries. Ace had wandered off, requested some food. Aquarelle, point and alerted Elva, which led to Elva learning from Bex that he'd been going to see a grandpa. They had listened to stories for him for quite some time, and and it turns out that Bex at some point had gone through Aquarelle's things carry, including the map up to the Never, which led to the party having to go meet with the grandpa. Was his name Silas?
Silas, yes.
Yeah, the party left to meet with Silas just to make sure that it didn't end up in the ears of someone who probably shouldn't have. When we arrived there, once again, another ghost type spy had shown up. This time a Mimikyu, Verdant, and went out to deal with him with Lap. Lap
Checking.
attacked it, but disguise his ability, and then the Mimikyu took off running. And once everyone believed we were back to our active privacy again, and the discussion of Bex's pastime came up about how he was found in a dungeon, and by Elva and Lap. And Pyroclast attempted to use his soul sight to see if there was anything particularly about Bex that could help them and uncover his past. And I believe that's where we left off. If I missed anything.
Well, Pyroclast did look into Bex's soul, but he found that he doesn't seem to be anything strange in particular. He's not a human Pokemon. And the very last thing that was asked was Pyroclast asking Elva if he remembers in what location was the dungeon that they found Lap at, that they found Bex at was.
Ah, okay.
Okay. Well, following from the last scene that we were at, Elva is going to look at Pyroclast's map. He's going to look for it for a moment, then point at a location that is apparently actually outside of Icona.
Yes.
generous
Oh my goodness, already.
IDDoThings tip $10.
I was just trying
Fair
to get
enough.
that away right away.
Oh my goodness. You know, not all donation goals are for your benefit, but very well.
Oh, I'm aware. But still got to say your support.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
May not all be for the benefit of the party, but they all do help out the channel and keep this going. Thank you for that tip. That is the first tier of the tip goal completed.
Now,
Hooray.
the spot that Elva has pointed to, and for a bit of brief explanation, in case this was not clear beforehand, Icona is a kingdom, but it is not all-encompassing. In fact, on this continent across the across the sea of the Eden continent is another continent that is split into several different regions or kingdoms. Icona is one and is known as the Resurrected Kingdom, but there are other kingdoms. Oh my word.
Drunk_dragon_era tipped $15 as per the usual requirement.
Era, thank you so much for that tip as well.
So,
That is the second tier of the tip goal completed. Carry on, Enja.
anyway, there are other kingdoms with their own monarchs, be them patriarchs or matriarchs, and they have their different policies. This is the Curtis Kingdom, and as I will be putting in Lost in Chaos for sake of spelling. And they are a kingdom that actually does not trust in the guilds, and has thusly denied them setting up branch locations inside their territories. At least with its current leadership. Formerly, there had been facilities, but with the current ruling monarch, they have decided that if they will not be decidedly their deferent subjects, that they will not be within their borders. And so, the guild has left, and took all their facilities with them, leaving the dungeons in the sole management of the monarch and their management decisions.
Sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
With that being the case, they suddenly had a lot of responsibility on their hands, and it didn't go particularly well. The dungeons can be cleared, but if there's one thing that the guild has better than anyone, it is communications and record keeping, at least in that kingdom. So mismanagement is abound, especially because suddenly they need us to split up a lot of manpower and find volunteers when soldiers don't want to just go traipsing into a dungeon because they were told to. To fight an arbitrary number of foes and then be summarily told to just deposit everything that they got into this box. Okay, thanks.
Oh, so it's the lovely corporate move of, you know how this was their job? Well, it's also now your job, too.
Yeah.
Gonna assume the pay wasn't that great.
Not really.
Yeah.
Considering that in that kingdom, it's a flat rate.
Oof.
So yeah, motivation to go through these dungeons officially is pretty low. So sometimes they'll just log that they did and don't actually. And then just say, oh no, we just prioritized getting to the stairs. We didn't pick up anything.
Meaning the dungeons could have been a long time without being clear.
Exactly the case.
Or even explore at all, for that matter.
Yes.
This is causing me pain.
I know
People
there's
underestimate how much the guild does because, oh yes, fuck the guild. They're useless. Guild leaves. Wait a minute. Wait, come back. Keep doing your work.
What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say, Gimund?
I was gonna say or ask, I know it's been proven that if a dungeon is left unattended for too long, it forms temporary entrances. But is there any other effects for it being left alone for too long?
Well, yes. It will start generating more enemies, and very oftentimes dungeons that didn't have a boss at the end now will.
Is there a way to how strong the dungeons get when they're not cleared?
Well, they do become more noticeably more difficult, and I never said that it stops at one temporary entrance.
Okay. So as far as we know, there probably isn't really a limit.
Correct. The guild just usually gets on top of that shit. So they've not just decided to, hey, let's not clear that one just as a study case. No, that's fucking irresponsible.
Meaning there could also be effects that not even the guild really knows about.
Correct. Because they want to be prompt about that in case the consequences are dire. However, there may be a lot of learning opportunities when the kingdom eventually acquiesces and asks the guild to come back and withdraws their request for subordination.
Which will
The fun
probably
fact
only
is, they're not
happen.
Fun fact is, they're not the first kingdom to try this move. This has been done several times before, and they just don't seem to get it. That no, we're not your subordinates, and we're not people you can just order around arbitrarily just because you happen to be the ruling figure. We are an international organization, and if you will not be respecting and cooperative with us, we don't need to be here.
This is your problem now.
We're here for your benefit, not for your service.
Yeah.
However, they will still accept commissions. Ergo, if they put up payment, teams can accept jobs from that area.
Now
Makes sense.
I am starting to remember why nobody was taking that particular job.
Verdant just snorts.
That is one of the kingdoms that chased out the guild organization. So, well, I don't know exactly how they're managing to clearing their dungeons, but that kingdom ended up leaving a commission to actually explore dungeons in their region, and well, it was for a low level dungeon. It was very this payment was very low. Let's just say, but me and Lap took it because, well, trying to ease the worries of others is kind of our MO. So we just kind of decided to take it.
No, it's very possible he could have just wandered in there and gotten lost.
Either that, or he got spirited away by a temporary entrance. Who knows how long that dungeon hadn't been cleared for? Temporary entrances appear when a dungeon has. Well,
That's probably the more likely thing.
yeah.
Yes, probably how you got the commission. They couldn't pay enough people to go through those things. I think at the price they were given.
Indeed. There's you like Silas says. Usually the guild will try and give benefits so that people will have an incentive to go through low level dungeons. But no such thing for the kingdom. They were just giving us a flat reward, not a particularly good one compared to what the guild would have given us.
Mhm. Is it just me, or are we really, like, hearing about a lot of irresponsible people all of a sudden now?
Well, considering there's apparently irresponsible people within the guild and outside of it, and
I
apparently
meant
in
more
this
in
room,
general.
no, I understood what you meant there.
Verdant writes out, everyone's an idiot. And speaking of being idiots, maybe we should consider telling our friend here about how unsafe it is that he knows things. And maybe we should all be getting out of town quickly. ...
Think Sil- I think Silas kind of knows that the knowledge that he has is something that we shouldn't be knowing, and he shouldn't be knowing. From what he told Begs earlier.
Yeah.
Aquarelle will just nod in agreement with Verdant's statement. Out of curiosity, I mean, the town of Anniver, did it actually border any kingdoms, or was it just completely like out of the way?
Well, here's the thing. The territory of Ikana does reach into the Great Forest. It does not fully encompass the Great Forest, so by technicality, it is by the border. However, past the mountain range is effectively a no man's land where no kingdom has say, or it is outside of kingdom's borders.
Okay.
Feel the backhand of justice!
Well, well, well.
Oh no, Vari's getting packs.
A generous bestowal.
Oh.
Raharu 95 tipped $15.
I see. Very well then.
The guy's name was Cyrus, right? Or
Silas.
Silas. I read out a note to Silas. I doubt you wish to come with us, but you know how to get out of here if needed, correct?
Well, that depends on your general situation. But there are some methods, yes.
A generous
Certainly
bestowal.
Gimund _ tipped $10.
Fair enough.
This sounds
And
fun.
and apparently the tradition of the players filling out the donation goal for their own game persists.
Raharu and Gimund, thank you so very much for those tips. That is the tip goal fully completed.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
I mean, I'll certainly make sure you get your money's worth.
Fair enough. I look forward to it.
We're just gonna die, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. I never said that.
Yeah, but you never said we wouldn't die.
Also correct.
Key. Whiskers is drawing Key.
Ah,
Yes, he is.
Nice.
Sorry. Verdant's gonna look back to the group and hold up the notebook again that says, we may have to tell the guild at this rate.
Perhaps we might. I'm not really affiliated with him, but desperate times call for drastic measures, I suppose.
He'll write out the guild is known to be stubborn, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Tauros transport's usually a pretty independent service, but they're not quite as independent as the guild is.
We have kind of been having grass Pokemon telling us wherever we go, either grass or ghost. So yeah, I'm not particularly keen on taking the Tauros to our location if we're actually there.
But of course, that raises the question of how we'll get there without it taking a very concerningly long amount of time.
Okay, well, there's another thing that I think I should mention about that your little friend might have omitted. He brought something when he came to talk to me because he told me that he couldn't really read the map, so he brought something else.
Oh. X, what did you bring to Silas?
What did I bring? As he's going to ponder. Let's see.
Was it the letter?
That's it.
There's a thunk on Aquarelle's helmet again.
Elba is going to slap his forehead.
Verdant's just gonna get the disappointed dad look on his face.
His own forehead.
Admittedly, I stopped him from reading it out loud,
Thank you.
but he did show it to me. He was extremely excited, and, well, it was cryptic at best. But he also said a lot of things about your little friend over there. And so I'd come to a conclusion.
Wait, which little friend? Who is Silas pointing to?
He's pointing to Noah.
Ah, okay.
He's from there, right?
I wouldn't know for sure, but seems likely.
All
we
right.
have a suspicion that might be the case.
I see. Well, that being the case, then doesn't the Queen already know where that is if she picked him up?
I'm not quite sure Noah. I'm not quite sure how Noah came to be here. All I know is that all of a sudden he became my responsibility.
Oh. Well. Right.
Verdant writes out, but knowledge of us leaving wasn't exactly open to the community yet.
Right. Just, if they were gonna head you off, they'd either stop the Tauros, or they'd probably just be waiting for you there. They might have already gone ahead.
Verdant writes out, there's a high likelihood this is a trap as is.
Aquarelle will nod.
True
He does
enough.
remember that it was specifically Luce that gave that to him.
Oh wait, it was the butler letter?
Yes.
I forget. Did I ever share that picture of Luce?
I don't think so.
Okay. Wasn't he a Sableye? I think you may have shown it once. Show it again anyways.
Oh, okay. All right. I will go retrieve the picture.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I
That
must
was
have missed
quite
that
the
one.
reaction.
I have never seen that before.
Yeah, my first time seeing it. I don't know if I missed it before.
Fair enough.
I think I remember seeing it before. Wonder where I saw it.
I don't recall ever seeing it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Well, then I'm sorry that I didn't post this beforehand.
But it is now up on screen.
See. The quintessential butler.
I love the must.
Yes.
He looks kind of like a Pokemon version of Batman's butler. For some reason to me.
Must Wayne.
I mean, he does have that familiarity.
I just like his face.
It is immaculate, yes. It's tiny
Also, I
butler.
have just had a silly thought of a squirrel bringing up how he attempted to rip out a Sableye's eyes. I don't know if Noah was there for that conversation. And I just
Was
had
not.
a very... if he was, I just Noah getting curious and seeing if he could do the same to Luce.
Out.
The last time it wasn't okay, but this time it might be. We'll find out.
Those gems will become prized parts of his hoard. Also, it's not... It kind of is, but kind of isn't fan art. But we're going to share it anyways.
Oh.
Oh, that...
Yes. The Noah body pillow, which was summarily left in the training hall.
Squirrel meditating without realizing.
Yeah.
Aquarelle and Verdant just cannot believe this shit.
Sometimes in life, it's not worth it.
This was done by IDDoThings, who plays Aquarelle, and had the caption, "Huh, I don't think that's how Substitute is supposed to work."
Correct.
This is definitely how Substitute is not supposed to work.
We can appreciate it, though. Who doesn't want a body pillow of a little freak? Who doesn't want a body pillow?
Oh no. Moving on.
So many ways that could be taken.
Good night, Sky.
Good night, Sky.
Good night.
Good night, Sky. Good night, Moon.
Good night, Noah, slowly spreading across the cosmos. Good night, Squirrel.
Okay, so that butler gave you the message. Did he told you anything? Did he tell you anything when he gave you the letter? Or did he just send it to you?
He literally just handed it to me.
Who's the butler?
Luce.
And Oh, was he the person we next to the queen when we first met with the queen?
I believe so.
Oh. Oh.
So it is like so this is a highly likely that this is actually just all just a setup. I mean, they were already kind of being suspicious of us earlier. They told us such that the Queen Preppy Banderos told us.
This butler is very much giving me a lot of there is no war in Bossing Say vibes.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
Ooh.
They're
You know,
also
secret
trying to
police kind of stuff.
I mean, I won't say that you're wrong. There is also a bit of Alfred Helsing there.
I mean, we did apparently also find out that the Queen employ assassins that are supposed to be dead. So yeah.
Verdant notes, unfortunately, the longer we stay, the more people we put in danger. And that is also why I want to inform the guild. They're going to want to know that stuff is messy. Well, he doesn't say it, he writes it.
And apparently the butler is starting a bush collection.
Verdant draws him a small little doodle of his bush with a halo. Puts a hand over his chest. Tears come to his eyes. My bush.
Okay, so what exactly are we going to tell the guild?
I kind of want to avoid involving or bringing the guild's attention here. So if you guys want to do that, please leave me out of it.
Very well.
Why are you so afraid of it in this instance? Bro?
Because the others are part of the guild. My old friends, and I don't really want them to, you know, find out where I am and stuff.
Enja? Quick question.
Proceed.
Does the guild have any, what is it called? Confidentiality or policies, or is that an applicable thing that we can request?
That is an applicable thing that you can request.
Verdant says I can always apply for confidentiality in this matter.
Oh,
Only
I've done
those
that
who-
before.
Only those that need to know will be made aware of such things.
So your previous team doesn't really doesn't really need to know about it. They don't need to know that you are here. Although they might already be aware that you are in the land, but not exactly where.
True, they might already know, but yeah. We can tell them, yeah.
Verdant writes out, I'm sorry, I just feel like... And he has this blank stare for a moment when he writes this out, like he's never said these words in his life. May need backup.
That is true.
Squirrel will nod, give a little sigh, but nod.
Gorilla's getting a hug.
Elba's gonna go ahead and give as well.
Verdant writes out, anyways, emergency relocation services may be a necessary thing for several people in this town.
Yeah.
Aquarelle will examine his map once again. Are there any other places nearby that they could use to route toward Enja?
You may have to share the location of Enja, but potentially, yes, they could help deliver you to the location. Now the question is, who could carry Verdant?
Verdant points at himself. I can carry me.
You just can't carry Aquarelle.
Well, I could. It would just be very slow.
Very, very.
But if you really want me to get the baby carrier out, I will.
No.
Do you actually have one of those?
Verdant says I will buy one. Oh, he'll write out I will buy one, I guess. Doesn't speak.
That is one surefire way to get a razor shell. On your tail.
Verdant will write out don't tempt me.
Okay, you two. Let's just move on and go ahead with our relocation plans.
Verdant will write out to character name here because Brain doesn't want to remember it properly, and I'm not even going to try. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns?
You mean Silas?
Yes.
Well, I'm not completely sure of your intentions, or your goal, or, well, quite frankly, many things, but maybe that is for the best in the end. But is the Queen truly such a villain? Many people in the kingdom are very grateful to her for effectively revitalizing it when it was falling to ruin. She's also earned quite a lot of loyalty from others, though I suppose she does draw some lines and has been known to be ruthless to those that she has deemed enemies. But surely you haven't. Surely not. There isn't a chance that this is just a misunderstanding, right?
Looks
Verdant
like it
writes
is.
out questionable at best.
Aquarelle will point at that sign.
Okay, so relations are dubious. Very well then. You're just wanting to lay low for a while. Fine enough. Well,
Ideally, yes.
well, I suppose that will be as it is then.
Very well. Aquarelle will approach Verdant and he's going to ask, you might not want to go to Enja, run straight to Enja, but you did say the tree He, he was in this general vicinity. He says this in a low tone.
Vernon will just nod a little.
Perhaps we might need to go there first, at least.
Verdant will give a half kind of nod, as if to say, "We'll discuss later."
Aquarelle will nod in return before putting his map away, while giving Vex a very pointed "don't go over my stuff" look.
Verdant looks over at Aquarelle, or excuse me, Elva, and writes out, "Can do you need help making it clear to the young one that?"
Elba is gonna close his eyes for a moment and just at Bex. Bex, do you understand what you did wrong today? Yeah, are you there?
Enja?
Pardon, dogs again. What was the
Ah.
question?
Elba was just asking, Bex, did you understand what you did wrong today?
We have more enemies than I thought we did, and I shared too much.
Elba nods. Yes, that is more or less the case. But rummaging into Aquarelle's does was a bad to begin with. You don't do that, Bex. I never thought you would do such a thing. If I be honest, you're mischievous sometimes, but you're never done something like that before.
Everyone was talking without me. I wasn't even getting involved a little bit.
I'm sorry about that. There wasn't much you could have said. Believe me, I'm not trying to exclude your purpose. I'm sorry. Elba's gonna give Bex a hug. Hello?
Hello.
Hey, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm pondering Vex's response because he can be an indignant little brat, but he is understanding what he did is not correct and not for the benefit of the team, as much as he wants attention.
He's having a "oh, I done f***ed up" moment, isn't he?
Perhaps a little bit. And may just observe and wait for his chance going forward as much as he can.
Mm-hmm.
Aquarelle, a perception check if you would.
Seeing or hearing?
Pardon?
Sight or hearing?
Sight.
see what this 10 brings first. I might willpower that, actually. Oh, goddamn.
And I think you would have being better off just solving one of those tens. Actually got a few successes there.
Oof.
Oh, just one.
All right. Noah seems a little fidgety. That's it.
No.
Is Squirrel aware of that? Because he is still holding Noah.
Ah, yes, you are correct. Squirrel also gets to roll this perception check.
Ah, there's the one. I had to figure out which of the many windows and tabs I have open it was on.
Whoops. Nice.
Nice.
5.
Squirrel. Noah seems to be getting a little stressed out here, as with all this talk, it might be finally sinking in that maybe Victoria and his friend are having a problem. And he likes his friend. And he assumed that Victoria was always acting in his best interests, at least sort of. But if they're fighting, then who's the bad person? And if it's Victoria, that's...
Oh dear.
So Noah is saying this out loud, or is that just or is noticing?
Oh, that's... Let's say his expressions are pretty readable.
Verdant writes out
As
time to talk.
he might be migrating a little towards black a little bit, because this is
Stressful.
difficult.
Squirrel is going to step out of the house. And he's gonna turn Noah around in his arms and give him a tighter hug. I'll do what I can to keep you safe, Noah. You don't need to worry.
I'm not in danger. He doesn't seem sure. A lot of things are strange now. If Victoria is wrong?
Well, I mean, I guess you're probably not in danger, but you still got me to rely on. We could keep each other safe.
Oh,
We are friends after all.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I did. I'm just thinking about things, and I don't. Can people fight without one person being wrong? Or is there always someone who's wrong?
Oh, there can definitely be fights where both sides are wrong.
Oh,
Not many, but there are fights where both sides are wrong.
deep and complex, deep and complex thoughts are beginning to enter Noah's mind, and they are difficult to parse. My God, nuance.
It's like nobody's ever treated him like a living sentient being before and ever helped him through these kind of things before. Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Welcome to the real world, Noah. Sometimes people suck. I think we're gonna have to kill this one, Noah. Finally! Wait. Checks notes. Oh no!
When it comes down to it, the choice to get involved in a fight, though, is up to you. It's not like you have to be involved on either. You don't have to pick a side. But no matter what, I'm still going to be your friend.
Oh. I don't. I don't. What? More difficult thoughts as you don't need to always be on my side for me to still like you.
Oh no.
Another
That's can of worms.
another large thought for him. As he is processing. And as such, he can choose if he gets involved in a fight. After all, if it's his choice to say yes, it's his choice to say, or if it's his choice to say no, then it's probably also his choice to say yes.
Elva's gonna call to Squirrel. Squirrel, are you alright over there?
Squirrel did step outside the house.
I know. I mean, it's not like you did it in secret.
No. I'm just saying you probably can't see him.
Yeah, but I mean, Elva would just call out, Squirrel, are you alright? Where did you go?
I'm just outside here having a talk with Noah. I'm okay.
Aquarelle's going to place a hand on Elva's shoulder and kind of just say, probably best to let those two work it out.
Well, you are no skater. You say so.
I think having a friend, a genuine friend, that might be doing him some good.
Elba nods. I definitely
Pretty-
agree with. Definitely agree with that.
Vernon will write out from inside. He's not getting any closer, and hold up his notebook, and it'll say, "We'll have the parental talk of this is what we think is going on later in private, maybe.
Hmm.
For now, you all need to let me know how much detail I need to go into when filling out paperwork in horror font."
I will help. I will help you. I will help you filling out the paperwork.
Yeah, Verdant, you don't have to fill out paperwork. We've got a secretary.
Technically, I do.
Has been introduced to the concept of independence.
We've got an anomaly in our party. Somebody that actually likes filling out paperwork.
Fill out the paperwork, but I still have to put my name on it at some point. You have to read. Readings for squares, man. Says
Just need to get
Verdant.
Verdant some
Yeah, just
secretary
sign here,
glasses now.
Just sign here, initial there, date there,
God,
fingerprint there.
Whatever you do, do not draw another middle finger on this page, please. I think the 17 others are enough.
We could do about the why do I have to keep signing things, annotations, and too.
I'm getting flashbacks of signing all the mortgage documents.
Ugh.
Jeez. My signature went from being my signature into just being a squiggle.
Oh, I know that feeling.
It's why my signature just became my initials. Legally, it counts.
Well, technically, legally, my signature used to be a smiley face, but they rejected it at the DMV a couple years ago.
Damn.
Damn.
I'm going back to the smiley face. Screw the DMV. They don't know me.
Smiley
Screw
face.
the old. Oh, there. Verdant just writes smiley face. Sure.
Anyways, back to the game.
Yeah.
Squirrel's
Okay, so
talking to Noah some more.
Mhm.
It's kind of like with Chomper. Like, he did something against me while I was trying to get away, but I still believe that I still consider him my friend. I didn't like him doing that. It hurts, but still my friend.
So, Ren can fight.
Sometimes
And-
friends do fight. What matters is what you do after the fact. And how you fix it.
So, as long as you fix it after, it's okay.
Well, I guess I should say you should try to avoid fighting. But doesn't mean the friendship ends, necessarily. I'm probably not doing a good job explaining.
Noah's small brain is being forcefully expanded with all this philosophy.
really call this philosophy. I think this is just basic stuff that he has never been taught.
By someone who's also kind of going through his own thing right now.
Huh.
But I do think Scroll is doing a better job than Aquarelle.
do you know when someone is wrong?
Well, I'm not really certain on, like, there's always two sides to everything. Most often, people believe what they're doing is right. It kind of, that's why there are fights. That's why there are arguments, is most of the time people think that what they're doing is right, and that's all that matters. But there are certain things that people as a whole will find wrong. Like, the way you've been treated, that's just not okay. Like, you are a person. You have feelings, you have thoughts, you're allowed to make your own decisions on things. And them deciding to punish you the ways they do, that's not okay.
Oh.
It doesn't make you feel good, does it?
No.
And that's probably the best way to determine it, is, does it make you feel good? What they do to you? If that answer is no, then what they did was wrong.
Oh. Huh. If it gives me a bad feeling, then bad.
At least bad for you. Yeah.
He might be getting it. It's not the easiest concept, but gears are turning.
Meanwhile, me, out of character, I am sitting here like, oh god, how is what I said going to be twisted and used against me? What kind of fake contract bullshit have I made here?
I'm glad you're the one doing it.
Yes, I'm just like, there's gonna be a very, very
Squirrel inadvertently training a cosmic horror. Don't worry. It's your feelings that matter. Go take that planet. Go. It's okay.
Also,
And
I
next thing we
apologize.
know-
Ninja.
You what?
Oh, I apologize. I put it in Lost in Chaos, but when he said bad thing or things that make me feel bad are bad, I just heard things that make me feel bad are bad, Eddie.
Oh my god. I want to point out that I was very particular on the wording there. Things that others do to you that make you feel bad are bad for you.
Usually.
Usually,
And next
yeah.
thing we know, Ellie's place just goes up in flames.
We got time to work on nuance. These are new concepts. Let them soak in slowly. He is a young mind that is a sponge, a very small sponge, but we'll work on that.
Is it wrong to be punished?
That depends on what you do. It depends on what's being punished. Like, if the only reason you're being punished is because you decided to... Like, that blacksmith. The one that threw the ingot at you. You were feeling good. And he threw the ingot at you as a punishment thing. That wasn't okay. And there's also degrees of punishment, you know? Torturing you just because you decided to leave but then came back, especially when you were asked to leave by somebody else, the torture you were going through was too much for that, for what you did. Like, punishment is okay, it's just... It should be relevant to what you're being punished for. Does that make sense?
I think so. Noah's brain is having to process pretty hard, but the hamster wheel is spinning.
Now to hope the amnesiac Riolu did not make the entire world explode from this.
I mean, technically it's a still victory. The bad guy has died too.
Sometimes the world needs to explode a little. Just a little.
Yeah, fair.
Arceus
A Pyrrhic
looking-
victory is still a
looking
victory.
Down at the world again. Why is the lower realm empty?
I refuse to apologize for my minor victory in defeating the giant enemy. Everybody else just happened to go with them, sorry.
What if I did bad things because someone told me to?
Well, for that, you shouldn't always do what people tell you to. If something is bad, you shouldn't do it.
Oh. Don't always listen to people. Logic error.
Make your own decisions on things.
Okay.
Like,
As he just sort of like stares blankly as my own thoughts.
I own
Uh,
this decisions.
Like, we don't really want you to see Holly anymore. Well, that's because we're concerned for your well-being with that. Because she keeps hurting you in ways that aren't deserved. But it's still your choice to go if you want.
But she said I was wrong.
Do you believe
don't-
you were wrong?
I don't really understand why I'm wrong. She's always right. Because she's...
Nobody is always right. Everyone can make mistakes.
Oh.
I mean, look at me. I make a lot of them. But I'm trying to do better.
My head feels weird.
This is a difficult thing to answer, and yeah, I'm sorry I'm not explaining it very well. If you have specific questions,
Sure.
I can probably
Apologize
answer.
to me, but I don't understand.
Well, in this case, I'm apologizing because I'm not doing a very good job explaining.
But I if I don't understand, that just means I'm being dumb, isn't it?
No. Just because you don't understand doesn't mean that you're dumb. That just means that you need it explained a different way. Or like in this case, I'm not doing the best job explaining it.
No, I'm processing that something might not just be inherently his fault if it is incorrect. His worldview is being expanded and expanded further.
We are
By the
finally...
power of friendship.
Yes. We are breaking him free of all those horrible, nonsensical things he's been told.
Oh boy.
Now we just have to hope that, the consequences of this are not cataclysmic.
Well, we at least have
Certainly,
another day.
if he opts for revenge, the queen will reap the whirlwind with which she has the whirlwind which she has sown. If he opts for, I think I want revenge. Wait.
Yeah, that's my big concern here, and that's something that Squirrel is trying to avoid him going to. An eye for an eye just makes the world go blind.
Okay, maybe think of some way to say that. Then.
Not sure how.
You just said it. Say it again.
Well, I mean, for in character.
Be better than what they're making you be.
Be the
Good
better
idea.
person in every situation.
Not to mention,
Huh.
if you say no and eye for an eye, he might just take that literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of want to see some people missing eyes, it'd be kind of funny.
Like to say,
Especially the
Noah.
one that stole your bush.
Noah throws an ingot at the blacksmith. Where did his head go? Anyway,
The important thing that you gotta focus on is being better than they have been. Because, you know, they've hurt you, but that doesn't mean that you should hurt them.
oh. But aren't we supposed to be bad to bad people?
No,
No?
you shouldn't ever be bad. Like, even though Holly's hurt you, I'm not going to go and attack them over it. Because that's not what you should do. You should be better. Don't stoop to their level.
But what if I think that I should?
That is something that you probably shouldn't do. Another way to look at it is, how would you feel if you were in their position? Don't make them feel the same way that you felt. It is okay to defend yourself. You know, if they corner you and give you no way out, which I don't think is going to be a possibility with you, but if that does happen, you can defend. But
Noah thinks back to one of the notes that if you are attacked, you must always forgive. He remembers you not liking that card, however, things are not always so easy.
Would be a great time to highlight how some of the rules he had were up.
Kind of cut out towards the end there.
I got the point, though.
Yeah.
Like, the best piece of advice I could offer there is, don't make them feel the same way they've made you feel.
So I'd be quick about it.
Don't try to kill. Don't do that.
Oh.
It's a lot of I'm not sure how to put it really. It's just there's more to it than just, you know, hurt or be hurt kind of stuff. It's you gotta, I don't know how to put it. And he is now looking at the door, regretting having stepped out to have this private conversation instead of having everybody there to help.
I was
mean,
half
he's always
expecting you to
capable.
shout for us now.
Yeah,
Seriously.
like I said, we would have stepped in if you asked.
Seriously.
He's gonna go over to the door, peek his head in.
Still
Help?
carrying Noah.
Still carrying Noah. Help.
Steam is leaving Noah's ears.
Elba is kind of carrying bags with him, kind of like how Noah if Squirrel is carrying Noah and he's going to look at Squirrel. Ah,
Verdant will hold up a sign that says, "Is it time for us to walk and talk?"
Probably would be a good time for that.
Yes.
Aquarelle would just nod to Silas. Yes. Thank you for your time.
Good luck out there with whatever the situation turns into.
Verdant will write out, "Please consider your own safety, of course.
Right, of course.
Blame me if needed to the guild."
That's the easy way out. Everyone knows about that one.
Verdant sighs.
Elba can't help but chuckle at that.
And he'll start heading out.
Elba is following along.
So, want to bring us up to speed?
I will allow Squirrel to just say he tells them everything.
Yeah. I'm basically trying to explain the whole, you know, not stooping to their level and stuff. I'm not doing a good job.
Aquarelle will sigh a bit at that. Realistically speaking, I'm not really in a position and to say that I myself can really say I'm any better.
Verdant will.
But I will say to I think what Squirrel's trying to say is that you don't need to be like them for them to have to face the consequences of their actions. Was that the point you were trying to make, Squirrel?
Yeah, basically.
Sometimes you want to hurt people because they have hurt. But that is not the answer. That is not the answer. It can be sometimes, but it shouldn't be the answer that you strive for. And in this situation, in my honest opinion, I think what the best punishment for the Queen and Holly, the ones who have mistreated you, is perhaps just to become better and basically become what they have tried to stop you from being, with a lot of those nonsense orders that they have been giving. They have stunted you so much. Noah.
So I should just... What should I do?
Verdant
Nothing?
will ride out, walk away.
And
Yeah.
you also don't need to come up with an answer right away. Sometimes answers are not easily answered. sometimes some questions are not easily answered. It may take a while. For now, we're just walking away is the choice.
Aquarelle's going to do something he never really saw himself. And just going to place his hand on Noah's head, and he's going to use focus energy.
Oh boy. What does that do?
Well, no, in combat, it's supposed to increase the crit range, but in this case, it's also Aquarelle does this to help focus, or just as to give him a chance to clear his head. More or less, that's what he's trying to have Noah do.
Well, he's thinking, and he's going to take out his cards, and he's going to consider them.
Verdant's going to write out that situations are always more complicated than right and wrong, black and white. There's a lot of gray, and there's a lot of color. And it will take you time to figure out how to handle these complex, confusing situations. It takes everybody time. You are not alone in this. Please take some heed.
More nodding.
That is just how any that is just how any decent person lives his life.
Just try to figure things out for yourself on your own, at your own.
And if you need help figuring it out, we are here to help. We are here to help you now. We might not be here with you always, but until while we are here, we're here for you.
Verdant's going to add the note of, and we will also get things wrong sometimes ourselves.
Indeed. I mean, just look at Bex. He just did something very wrong today.
Hey, this isn't about me.
Albert is gonna pat Bex on the head.
Aquarelle is actually going to stop, and he's going to adjust his helmet. I'll even go the extra mile to admit I was also wrong. Very wrong about you, Noah, it seems. Getting to know you a little bit more, I can see you're more a product of the situation you're in, more than you yourself.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good, Noah.
A lot of people apologizing to me still. Huh.
Verdant's going to write out, do you understand why you're being apologized to?
I think so.
Aquarelle will state, we're apologizing to you because we acknowledge we've done wrong. And that's one way you can tell a good person from a bad one. If they're genuinely sorry, they will make an effort to make amends. Just like you helped Squirrel when he wanted to make amends with his former team. Remember? People who aren't actually sorry, probably even if they said they were, probably didn't actually mean it. Will continue doing the things that upset you or make you feel bad, and don't generally make an effort to do,
Oh.
And then Verdant will write out, and sometimes you have to forgive people who didn't apologize for your own sake.
doing.
Mainly to free yourself of them. And you need to be able to forgive yourself. Looks at Squirrel.
Squirrel is looking everywhere except for at Verdant.
Slides into his viewpoint.
Looks elsewhere.
Aquarelle's also using focus energy on Squirrel.
Mhm.
Whenever you're trying to convey kid, I think it's probably best if you do it with a clearer head. I know he's gonna say this looking at Noah and Squirrel. I know some things can get scary, especially when you're expected to confront them. But like I said before, nothing gets accomplished when you just run away or avoid eight things.
Verdant looks away now.
God damn it! Am I gonna have to do it again?
Oh, these darn. Oh, Noah's role models are excellent indeed.
We are people too, damn it.
It's actually
Hey.
it's actually pretty funny because our whole plan is actually running away at the moment. We're being relocated.
I wouldn't say it's running away. I would say it's we're seeking answers. It just so happens that running away has to be part of it.
That's just how it is, I guess. Sometimes running away isn't running away completely, it's just a strategic withdrawal.
There's a difference between a retreat and running away.
Indeed.
If you're gonna lose and you know you're gonna lose, sometimes it's better just to, not.
Hey guys, I know this talk is very important. We should probably start heading towards the guild hall ourselves. We haven't. Yes.
I was gonna say Verdant nods in agreement and writes out, "Can we stick a pin in this?"
I have a thumbtack.
Verdant,
What are we sticking?
Verdant writes out very quickly in scribbled letters. It's an idiom. It means we're gonna talk about it later. We're not actually physically sticking pins in things.
Oh.
And then you ask what an idiom is.
Elba's gonna take Bertha's note of spinning these things. He's just going to put it on his forehead. There, pin.
Okay.
Blink. Blink. Shrug, starts walking.
While they're walking, Aquarelle will steer the conversation back on topic. So what exactly we were saying here, Noah?
I think I'm getting it. Maybe.
Just take some extra time to process it if you need. I know this is kind of a lot.
That actual steam coming out of his ears?
Verdant writes out, "Does it really surprise you?"
No.
So I guess we're just speeding ahead to the guild hall.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
Sounds good to me.
Noah may be caught in another logic error, but he'll need to figure out his words before he brings it up.
It's fine. If he needs to reboot a few times, he can. He's being carried.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
I
It's
guess
just
I'm just imagining Noah's face just blue screen at the moment.
His default then. His default.
it's just a computer update.
Just phone static. Just
The Windows up or load up sound from Windows, like, what was it, XP? Every few seconds.
Now loading Noah.exe.
Noah.exe has encountered an error. Restarting. Update failed. Restarting. Updating. Restarting.
We're laughing, but that actually is what's happening at the moment.
with those little dot eyes, with those little. You think he's got a singular thought back there?
Unfortunately, right now, we're pretty sure he has several back there.
That is the problem.
Interesting. A concerning amount of smoke has appeared around the guild hall. No, sir. We're not smoking. Nobody's smoking here. Just not that kind of smoking. Okay, we'll step outside. Hey.
Get to the guild. I'll request the paperwork begrudgingly, then immediately hand it to Elva.
Sir, why is your Eevee in a cycle?
Writes out complex stuff, Eevee brain.
Understandable.
Thumbs up.
Elva is starting writing the. Nyan.
Out of character, how much depth do we want to go in for the guild to know?
Your general situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Request for confidentiality. Notice of possible necessity to evacuate individuals for their own safety. Notice we're keeping a low profile.
Probably want to disclose that people may be watching us.
Disclosure of, yeah, we're being watched, by the way. Request for immediate transport.
Watched, pursued, possibly. We don't know how far those eyes reach out.
Notice of going to places not necessarily explored.
Yeah, all that sounds good. It gives an information we're still being vague enough.
We're filling out the big bad packets today.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say we, Elva is.
Yep. Elva is. You guys have just giving him the information and he's writing it all down.
Meanwhile, Aquarelle is just standing outside, hoping Squirrel can breathe under all that smoke.
Squirrel is sitting outside and still hugging Noah, but he's seated on the ground now and fidgeting with his locks and lockpicks. And then he gets an idea.
boy.
Oh no.
Run. Everybody run.
Squirrel is going into the guild. To the shop.
Would like to sell this as he puts no on the counter.
We'll
my
give you
God.
one copper piece.
No.
Oh, funny thing that somehow a body pillow ended up there looking strikingly like the Eevee there.
I'll give you one chicken nugget for it.
Do you guys have practice blocks that I could, practice block picking stuff with?
They look at you confused as
He just
that's
told.
not. Well, yes, but like practice locks, as in like. You mean locks of low quality?
Well, low to high and such. Like these.
Squirrel walks up. Hey, do you have anything that I can use to practice burglary?
I mean, we are technically dungeon divers, so it can't be too unusual to find locked things.
Yeah.
Locked up things are actually a thing in PMD, so
Yes. It's just that you caught him a little off guard.
Rookie Explorer.
Huh. Well, um, he's going to look it over and try to appraise the quality of this lockpick. Sorry, of this lock. It's like, seems fairly standard apart from decent grade materials. Okay. What? Now you're specifically looking for key locks, or are you looking for a tumbler lock, or are you looking for what? What are we looking for here exactly?
All kinds would work. After all, I might run into other varieties aside from just key locks.
Okay. Maybe we have something? As he wasn't really in the business of stocking padlocks and things of that sort, but maybe there's something somewhere. Maybe he could give Squirrel a doorknob that just has a lock on it. It's like, I guess I could. Perhaps.
Squirrel is just looking up at him, beaming wide.
That's much better. There were 3 things there.
Oh. Damn it.
Don't forget your soul boost.
That's right.
How dare you lick me, Fetch?
No, I'm not gonna. I have 8. And that's a roll for how quickly Elba does the paperwork.
Fetch put the lick emote in the chat, and it went right on Squirrel's face.
That was a mind logic academics role for Elba making the paperwork as quickly as he could. Still doing it correctly, of course.
He'll come back with 2 padlocks and a combination lock. These? Want these?
Ooh, yeah, those would be good. Got anything more like those?
Do you want the key that goes to them, or the combination, or do you want to figure that out yourself?
Is it cheaper without those?
Not especially, because the keys go to these. Without these, the keys are just keys. I want to sell them to like a 2-year-old so that they can jangle them.
I might as well take the keys and stuff then.
Okay, 90 poke each.
Oh, oh crap, where is his... Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got plenty. He will pull it out. Pull out the pokey and take his locks.
Verdant thought you were broke.
Oh,
I mean, compared to Verdant, I'm sure he is. And to be fair, the only reason he's got any money, period, is because Noah just kind of vomited it all up.
just
Why do I have
piles of it directly onto the floor?
I just had a headcanon of you just squeezing him in 90 poke, or the total amount just popping out of his mouth.
I'm a dispenser.
No, Squirrel's wanting to avoid that.
It is a funny image, though.
You've heard of the piggy bank, but have you heard of the EV bank?
EV Bank.
Alright, well, Squirrel's going back outside, settling down with Noah again, and trying to figure out these locks. He did decline the combination for the combination lock, though, for the record.
Squirrel? When you go outside, there's 2 pyroclasts.
Oh. He has perfected the double team strat.
I know that reference.
Well, whatever Pyroclast did, Aquarelle is still waiting outside with.
Squirrel is backing away back into the door. Verdant!
Verdant looks at Elva to see if... Does Elva need any more help with the paperwork, or is he done being a Xerox machine?
I mean, look at my roll. I got a success of 8.
You have finished. You have effectively printed the completed files.
From out of his mouth, the paper comes out, and Elba takes it. There.
Verdon stares for a few moments, then decides, you know what, it's done, and just picks it up and starts to carry it to the counter. Then hears Squirrel and just makes the oh no face.
Ferdinand!
Sighs and starts walking towards Squirrel, so he stops shouting.
So, what did you do? For there to be 2 of you now?
Elba follows Berlin since he's done after he
Use double team? I wanted
There's
to
two.
show it to Squirrel.
There's 2 Pyroclasts.
Verdon holds up a piece of paper and says double team ?
Yeah.
Elba nods. Double team, definitely.
Well, right now I think we're still inside.
No, but Verdon writes out double team ?
I don't know what that is. There's 2 of them. I think one's an imposter.
It's a move where it looks like there's 2 of you to make it harder to be hit by somebody.
Elba nods.
Oh,
Yep, that's double team. It's an after it. One of those Pyroclasts is an after.
Best way to find out is to hug him.
Yes.
Oh.
So
Squirrel's running
go up
out
and
to
hug
hug
him.
one of the Pyroclasts.
Coin flip.
6 and above, it's the
Yes.
real one. Okay, I guess the real one's getting tackle hugged.
the other one dissipates. Ugh.
Yeah, we should definitely get him some help with understanding paying moves a bit better.
I can definitely help with that. If there is one thing I know is energy.
Verdon,
Uncle,
meanwhile,
actually, he will go back into the store, see if they have books on a variety, like, of various attacks. Kind of like an index of attacks and how to use them.
Eva follows you to the trade. Sepulchre brand. I think this is
Verdon
what you're
is-
looking for.
Something to help familiarize Squirrel. Well, with using moves, knows. Maybe help him give an idea of what he can do, since he seems to be a typing that seems, going off of what he remembers what Squirrel told him. Squirrel's a typing that not really a one that can really be shown, that he himself can really see very well, but something that hits more his own self.
That is the fighting type in a nutshell. The overly flashy stuff are very complicated.
There any like books on aura and how to like train it?
Don't know if he's still capable of, given he's a variant, but I'll see on that too. And I'll go just look around for books on, and also books on training.
Well, when it comes to books on training, when it comes to aura, they're a bit more scant, as apparently this is either usually something that that is taught within the family. That or by a very proficient mentor.
Yeah, that is fair. And in terms of attacks, he's not really looking for anything specific for Lucario. How he figured he'd just get at like a general index.
I will say, from my end, I do plan for Squirrel to be able to wield aura and such. It's just for him,
Yes.
his aura sensors are his horns instead of the things that the little bulbous things that Riolu's and Lucarios have.
Whoever will be training him will need to adapt. Roll.
Yeah. Aquarelle will probably tell the others. Yeah, they don't have anything specifically for aura. Probably needs a proper trainer for that.
Main
Is it?
main
Is it? No, you guys go.
Well, best trainer for something like that would be a Lucario or a very old Riolu.
You know, I'm personally curious because I have a little bit of an idea.
Oh,
Theoretically, if he has the energy sensors, it should be more energized compared to the rest of him. So I'm wondering if my soul sight would be able to see where his sensors are.
You do that. Aquarelle will keep looking for books though.
Elva's helping you look for books.
Verdant is going to turn in this mountain of paperwork to the poor front desk person.
Oh, I already did.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you handed it to me.
No, I followed you towards school and after I handed the work.
Ah,
So, Squirrel, is it okay if I do that? Because it can make you feel a little uneasy.
Yeah, if it's something that'll make me stronger, yeah, let's do it.
It shouldn't be as bad as when I did it to Vex, because I'm more staring around you rather than at you.
Might want to be mindful of Noah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to look at Noah with that.
Yeah,
You set Noah off or
the site. That's right.
either you set Noah off or you something about Noah that you probably shouldn't have.
Do you want to set Noah to the side for a sec?
Oh, right, yeah. Verdant?
head tilt.
What? What is it?
He hands Noah over to Verdant.
Verdant holds him like a child.
Apparently this sight will make me feel uneasy, so we didn't want you to get caught with it too, Noah.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good one, actually.
Steps back.
Oh god, I can only imagine what might have happened to Pyroclast. Considering you're looking at souls, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be a great way to confirm how many there are in there.
If Pyroclast survives looking at Noah with that.
Now, I will say, I was going to give him my rare. Are you sure? I don't hand those out very often, but sometimes I don't. I do mean well for my players. I do.
Don't worry, the crisis has been averted. For now.
We have a very large crisis on the border, anyways. We don't need another one.
All right, Squirrel. Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead. Yamcha death pose.
I'm gonna soul that one.
That is
5.
that is a lot of nice. Nice.
All right. So what is being looked for again?
Squirrel's energy sensors.
Alright, yeah.
Ah, yes. Well, certainly them being at the top of his head, but at least according to what your senses are informing you of, is not the norm. You're pretty aware of that one. However, that does just seem to be how it is. Of course, Squirrel is always going to be different, but this different, boy.
So you said it's above his head?
No. It's above where they usually are his horns, rather than his little dangles. Dangles which he is lacking, actually, now that you're looking at him one more time. Huh. You never really noticed their absence beforehand.
He's got aura rods.
He's got auras. He's a JoJo ready to go.
Strikes a JoJo pose.
Use the power of half.
Alrighty.
But Squirrel, you don't understand. The season's final boss has arrived, and it's only episode 5. Squirrel, look out! You're about to get Caesared!
Oh no, not Caesar.
God, that
Those who
show
know,
is ridiculous.
It is. It is
Oh,
also very
Squirrel?
glorious. Sorry, go ahead.
So, Squirrel.
Yeah?
You do have aura sensors, it seems.
Squirrel is currently...
They're your horns.
Oh. Cool. He's currently pulling his, cape around him. So I can use it.
Yep, with proper training.
So I gotta get this proper training. Ferdinand!
Is standing right there and looks over and writes out, "You do realize you don't have to shout."
Well, yeah, but it's fun to shout.
Indoor
Right.
voice.
But we're outside.
Marten's still holding Noah like a hamburger.
More like hot dog.
Hold gently like hot dog.
Oh, gently, like how
She'll switch to holding him like cat.
Kitty.
sides up, basically hands under his front legs with him dangling otherwise.
Yes.
And he's still
Yeah, I
smoking.
was gonna say you're gonna need to specify how you're holding them like cat, because there's the Lion King pose. I know for my cat, I would basically hold her front and then have the rest of her body going down my forearm. There's many different ways to hold a cat.
Excuse me, what is the lion pose?
Savannah, it's about.
Oh,
Yeah, both hands held outstretched in front of you.
I get it.
No, I was thinking of the dangling cat. The way that the one that is currently in my lap demanding attention does not like to be held.
By the way, is Aquarelle and Elva able to find any books on just Pokemon moves in general? I should specify we're looking in the shop up, because Aquarelle just plans on buying it.
What is Aquarelle looking to buy?
A book on using Pokemon moves.
Well, there are plenty of those, yes. After all, there are so many different kinds of Pokemon with so many different potential possible methods. Even types have their own nuances.
Yeah, Aquarelle will probably taking
Perhaps-
Squirrel's situation into account, he'll probably be a grab of one centered on fighting, and maybe potentially probably the rarer one, and dragon type. But I'll see if he can just specifically find a more general one, and for normal type moves are just physical.
Elba's gonna pick up. Elba's going to pick up. Going to pick a book. Here's the latest edition of Raw moves. Doesn't go into anything that too complicated. But it is great for the basic.
Yeah, yeah, you do that, and I'll just hold on to the more complicated stuff until he's able to handle it, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Elba nods.
And Aquarelle will also look for another thing. A book on weapons, or better said, at using them.
Elba is also going to look a book for himself. He actually wants to look into a book for fire types.
Cat claws.
Ow!
Oh no.
That was not a pleasant place to get cat claws.
Ouch.
Sorry, tried to mute myself in time.
You're good.
That's why I taught my cat the difference between cloth and flesh.
I did. The problem is... Go ahead.
She would only get on me if I had cloth, fabric on top of me. Never my flesh. The problem is that she didn't understand the difference between thin cloth and, like a towel.
He normally doesn't use claws. The problem was that he started to slide off my lap, and when I went to go and help him not slide off my lap, that's when he decided to claw directly into my inner thigh.
Ow.
He doesn't claw my skin. He does claw my jeans. But ow. I'm trimming your nails tomorrow. Don't look at me like that.
Jerk.
I'm just imagining Burden just all of this to know at the moment.
So why was Squirrel shouting at Verdant again?
Oh, right. Verdant, I need you to teach me how to use aura.
Verdant just stares for a few moments. Then kind of head tilts and goes, I don't think auras are a psychic thing? Question mark?
It's not really a type thing.
Verdant kind of stares for a few moments, then head tilts. Like he's considering just randomly trying, because that seems to be what works sometimes. He's having the am I about to do something stupid look on his face.
We're at the guild hall. They're used to it by now.
Actually, doing it in the guild hall might not be the best idea.
Holds up
Too
a
late.
flashcard that's just the letter Y.
Information overload?
Verdant shrugs. Only endangering myself. Everything is fine. Thumbs up emoji.
Is he still wearing his armor?
He's gonna walk inside and sit down first.
Oh, thank God.
Then Verdant's gonna do a dumb.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Apparently, they heard the siren
Astral
call.
Tirat raided my stream with 17 viewers.
Salty Rat, thank you very much for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? You heard something about rats? Yeah, I think you might be mistaken. There's no rats here. Nope, absolutely not. There's no rats. Skaven do not exist.
Rattatas are extinct.
No rats in Basil.
Do not ask.
There are no rats in Ba Sing Se. But either way, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We are currently doing one of our tabletop games. This is Lost in Chaos, specifically the side game, because Squirrel here, my character, is separated from the main party. So we're off, he's off on his own adventures for the time being. And otherwise, we've also got Wicked Whiskers here doing fantastic art. And commissions are open if anybody would like to pick up something. Here are the details for that. But thank you so much for sharing your community with me. I hope you all enjoy your stay and enjoy the show. I'm gonna go ahead and get back into the game. And I think Verdant was just about to attempt to just teach Squirrel how to use,
He's attempting to see if he can even do it. AKA, we're gonna see how hard Enja's gonna make it for me to leave this campaign without you dragging me. Hey, Enja.
Yep.
Soul empathetic integrity to try and apparently see aura or sense it. Verdant's doing a dumb.
Yep. Alright. I'll allow it. However, it would be a bigger empathy integrity check. as aura is life force,
It'd be what?
vigor.
Oh, that's way higher.
Yeah, good. You are probably very abundant with life energy with which to sense.
I hold on. Okay. I think that's the right amount. I'm going to re-roll that 10 first before making any other decisions. I am going to soul at least one of these ones away, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. I'll use another soul. Sure, why not? 7.
Actually, I think that'd be 8.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You are correct. It is 8.
Alrighty. Now, you're searching for your own, yes?
Verdant doesn't exactly know what he's doing at this moment in time, so probably starting there and being like, and moving outwards if he finds it.
Okay.
After all, he is used to meditating on himself, so finding himself's probably easy. Looking out is something new.
Fair enough. So just, it's very improvised or sensing.
Yep.
Alright, I think I've got an idea.
He's not sure whether or not he can do this.
Because you are correct, there is a very powerful source. It's in your hands, Butto.
No.
Oh,
Oh no.
here we go again.
However, this is not soul vision. So it might be fine.
Yeah, you're at least not seeing, the many thousands upon possibly millions of souls that are inside of Noah.
No, it's just that you feel like you're feeling something. You're feeling something different. And then you look down, and it is akin to looking into the sun. It's like,
You hear Verdant make a sound that you didn't expect him to make. That sounds somewhat like pain as he looks at or tries to look away at everybody else at this point in time now.
yes,
His eyes all glowing pink.
much dimmer. However, the thing is, as you start looking away from Noah, he vanishes from your sight like he was some dark spot in your consciousness that was consciously being bypassed.
Noted. Verdant's notebook will scribble out a picture of a sun around Noah.
Hey, look, I'm shiny.
Verdant wide-eyed nods a little bit. And then is going to start trying
What
to
does
focus
shiny
on...
mean?
Verdant will refocus on Squirrel and try to scribble it out at the same time. Very large aura. Bright.
So Noah could teach me how to use this aura thing?
Verdant writes out, I can see Noah's.
Can you see mine?
Can I see his Enjas?
Your senses may be recovering from the shock, but it may be, probably, yeah.
Vernon's going to squint at Squirrel. Squint harder.
There is aura, yes.
And Vernon writes out, hey, look, I can.
It's not. If you were to put an example to it, this is kind of rough. Like, it has an unusual texture to it, sort of rough. Dragons, after all, are a hard type to work with. They are stubborn and potent and forceful. And this goes into their energies as well as dragon type aura. Oh boy.
One sec. Carry on.
Alright.
Audio glitched on me for a sec.
Yeah.
Vernon writes out, well, it seems I can. See auras.
So I have aura.
Vernon nods. Well, technically everybody does, question mark? I think.
Noah perks up. Ghosts don't.
Vernon blinks. Looks directly at Pyroclast.
Pyroclast has aura. Edge does not. There is something else that Edge has. Something. Something different. Something a bit more ethereal in nature. Go figure.
Vernon goes, okay, that is correct. Ghosts do not. They have something else. Then he writes out, this is actually really weird.
Noah confused bravery noises.
Then Vernon writes out, how do I shut it off? Question mark.
Yeah.
Elvis is gonna come towards you guys after the whole book buying, and he's going to say, "Hey guys, what are you guys doing?"
Vernon's glowing eyes
Vern-
now look at Elva.
You witness the full unrepentant force of wag.
You're also probably witnessing Elba's like fear aura that he emanates sometimes.
Vernon just writes out, creepy.
What's creepy?
Elba tilts his head.
Vernon points at Elva. Weird aura.
Okay.
So much relaxed anger.
Verdon's discovering how to see aura. He can see it in me. Now I gotta figure out how to use it.
Elba blinks. Well, that's going to be a bit difficult because none of us are natural aura users. I mean, technically I am, but mine's is not. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, same with like Soul Sight.
Verdant writes out, how do I shut this off again?
Shut it off.
Aquarelle eventually
Your-
catches up with the party.
Eyes?
Well, I'm kind of curious. What's Aquarelle's?
Well, certainly there are traces of his former occupation, to say the least. There is a dark haze over him that spikes passively whenever stress is reintroduced, which is unfortunately often.
The temptation, the sticky note starts to float up. Needs hugs is written on it, and it slowly starts to make its way towards Aquarelle.
What are you doing? Stop that.
The smoke. Or at least in your aura vision, it is prominent. Outside, it is not. He is too trained for that shit.
As soon as the note goes on to Aquarelle, Squirrel is attacking Aquarelle with Hug.
Now, Verdant,
Mm-hmm.
there is something very suddenly in front of you. It is not Noah, but it is one of his tendrils.
Verdant blinks and looks slightly down.
Noah is looking up at him, and the thing is, though, with your current sight, oh no, you don't want to look at that at all.
I'm gonna try and shake this off now. Verdant apparently looks slightly down and kind of starts to look a little horrified.
What happened? He's saying this at Pyroclast.
As that was not a shadow. Whereas everyone else just sees black, you saw something else.
Yay, I just looked at an eldritch horror.
That may be fairly apt.
Trauma. Yay.
Congratulations!
try and
You
kick us
have
off.
instant PTSD.
I didn't look directly at it. I just know
Correct.
his presence now, which is so much worse.
It just went in front of your face for just a moment. And you consciously opted to look away. Which is really for the best, actually.
Verdant, are you okay?
His notebook is scribbling off on
Before
repeat
it
right now. While he's...
moves forward and touches your forehead.
Oh boy.
And then it does turn off.
Verdant blinks, looks down at
Noah?
Noah. and goes, flips to a new page and just writes out, "Yep, there's 3, and one of them's."
What? Noah does not understand even a little bit what you're talking about.
Aquarelle's ripping the needs hugs note. Can someone please inform me what's going on? Why are you hugging me? Why did it say?
Because Verdun said you need hugs. He hugs tighter.
And what's with all these off notes? Says Aquarelle. So
Oh,
a bunch of notes everywhere that just says.
Squirrel asked Verdun if he could train him how to use aura. Then Verdun tried to sense aura and then couldn't figure out how to turn it off.
Apparently he saw all of our auras just now. I'm apparently creepy.
Aquarelle just has 4 legs. He's standing on his hind legs and it has his 4 legs. Concerned face. You do know that. Well, I guess it's not uncommon for other types to be able to read aura, but that's reading it and utilizing it is something more specific to Lucario and Riolu, like yourself, right?
Yeah.
Verdant shrugs. Verdant says, "But I just saw things."
Like,
Points down at Noah.
Hi.
well, at least he's not smoking anymore.
Verdant showed a note about their being confirmed 3.
Verdant's going to draw the Noah with the halo that he pulled out in space. Little doodle. The Noah that is balanced, and then the other side he draws as a tentacle monster.
Oh.
But then draws a halo over that one as well with the question mark. Then
Yes,
writes
that
out it
checks out.
turned off the aura vision.
You wanted it to stop. Correct?
Yes, and the dark side helped, which is confusing.
Maybe the dark side didn't want you to see.
I can just turn it off. It's like a button. I just pressed the button in you.
Verdant blinks and head tilts.
Aquarelle's
Noah?
head tilting as well.
Elba nods. No, that's correct. That's correct.
Higher class nods too.
Sometimes having an explanation is not the best thing.
Well, considering Aquarelle just saw a traumatized Charizard in front of him, he'll just accept that.
Yeah. Also, Squirrel. I don't think any of us are going to be able to teach you how to use aura. At least not in the way that you want to use it. We might need to find a Lucario to train you if we want that, or some other fighting type. Lucarios are usually the ones that use aura, but some other fighters should be capable of it as well. Unfortunately, none of us have that knowledge.
Oh, so we need to find a
Oh.
Lucario. But first we need to
Most
find a
likely.
forge. I need to finish my tools.
Verdant writes out, "First we need to see if we're getting emergency assistance and out of here."
Elba's going to go to the receptionist to see if if their paperwork has been processed.
The paperwork has been processed and is under review, as they may ask if there's a time frame that you're looking for exactly.
I was going to say
Yesterday.
as soon as possible.
Right. Okay. And you would like us to take you away from here covertly or quickly?
That's a good question.
A difficult one as well.
Say that again.
A difficult one as well.
Elva's gonna hold his flipper for a moment and go back to ask the question to them. What do you guys think about that?
Probably.
Any spies would likely report if we left quick. But I feel like if they'd also report if we conveniently just blipped off their radar.
4K no dos.
Maybe a mix of both then?
I mean, if that's possible, I guess we could go in between. But it's kind of hard to both be quickly and be covert.
If this is as much of an emergency as it is, we could try something.
Oh?
Such as?
Well, the guild has been working on something. It is an emergency service, but if it is as much of an emergency as you say it is, we do have teleport pads that, if we have some idea of the coordinates needed, it could take you where you need to go, but it's not wholly reliable. It might put you somewhere in the vicinity.
I mean, getting us close to where...
Ergo, we might end up overshooting where we're trying to go quite a bit.
Verdant writes out, close but not actually there might actually be a benefit. Go ahead, Squirrel.
Yeah.
Squirrel's just pointing at the note. That's what he was going to say.
Actually, yeah.
Well, you have to take risks. Nakarot will just shrug.
As long as we don't end up in a different continent, I think this might be our best bet.
As long as we don't get separated either.
Well, certainly it wouldn't do that. It won't definitely overshoot that much, or undershoot, or whichever it is.
Yeah. I've used these teleport things before. They can be a little, finicky, but... yeah. They usually get within the targeted area.
Well, I suppose we don't exactly need to give an exact location scene. There is a common denominator to the place we want to go: mountain.
What is the mountain called anyway?
Does it have a name, actually?
Well, I think it was a mountain range, right?
Yes. So it's rather a chain of mountains, with your destination being one on them.
So as long as we get close, we might be fine. Though important question. Well, I guess Noah can always just blip back if he changes his mind, huh?
Perhaps.
Verdon's going to turn his notebook to Noah and be like, "We are looking to escape the city.
Oh,
We want to bring you along to put some distance between them and you, as we don't fully understand their intent right now, and we may be looking for more answers. We have all kind of agreed they don't treat you well. Do you want to come with us?"
yes, I do.
Also, the people we're going to see seem to think that they can help you. I'm not sure
what?
how or what with. They just seem to know something more about you and might be able to help somehow.
Oh, good people?
I'm
We
hoping
don't know-
so.
Yeah, we don't really know that yet, but at the moment, the people that we do know, yeah, I think we are better off. I think it is a good idea to seek other options.
Well, I don't know what I particularly need help with, but okay.
Well, maybe they can help with those questions that you have. In a good way. I'll be sure to. I'll be there with you the entire time, no matter what.
Okay.
We're going to be there with you alongside you. Don't exclude us from this.
Yes, we're gonna be there with you.
The adopted sticky note gets reapplied. Verdon says, "I guess we're taking a giant risk."
They will nod. And and take him deeper inside a staff only area. Where there is indeed a very large and slightly elevated section of the bar, surrounded by pedestals and a few other psychic types that seem to be looking at the map very intently.
Staring at the map.
As they've circled the area that you've given them as the target destination.
Verdant writes out, "Last stop. Anybody not wanting to continue needs to get off now. Also, I need to learn to teleport in parentheses."
He's going to raise a hand and ask, "I've never been teleported by someone else. What's it like?"
Verdant writes out, "No clue. I wasn't allowed in here."
I have no
Okay.
idea either.
Okay, well, be sure they get all of me.
Well, good thing out of character where we see a get an idea.
Verdant writes out, "Please pull all your tentacles inside of the square?" Question mark?
Question mark, question mark, question mark. Elva is going to look at his thing to ask them if they have any objection to going along.
Noah loafs in Vert's hands.
Verdant writes out, "Okay, maybe there's just two."
Elba's going to look at Lap and Bex and ask them if they have any objections to what we're about to do.
Who is he asking?
His team, Lap and Bex.
Ah, yes. Lap says, well, this is a lot of excitement, but like, I don't know, man. I'm just here. Don't worry about it.
Elba,
Vex is vibrating, and you can almost tell he can't wait to tell everyone about the secret room in the guild.
Elba, at the moment Elba sees that, Elba looks at Vex with his scary face.
You, Vex, you have unleashed the quag.
Elba doesn't like to do this to his team, but at the moment he doesn't. He feels like he needs to.
Vex gets back in line. As, oh wait, enemies. However, even the quag face can't fully dissipate his excitement.
Elba retracts his arm and just gives a sigh. You're excited. You are. I can see your excitement. Just be a good boy, will you?
But how? How can I?
By being calm.
he's
Vernon's gonna-
he's ready to vibrate out of existence.
Vernon's gonna lean down, look him directly in the eyes, and use meditate on him to force him to center himself.
I was going to say, focus energy probably would make the situation worse for him.
Yeah.
Probably. This does help, though, as he is looking more okay.
Elba gives a sigh of relief. Thank you.
Vernon writes on his little notepad, there are now 3 ores in this party I'm afraid to look at.
Elba rubs the back of his head. I am not good at this. I'm trying.
Pat, 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 pat.
Okay. Well, there's no objections here.
Aquarelle will go over his supplies a few times. And then once he's made sure he's got everything in order, he'll just as casually make his way to the warp pad.
Now boarding.
Elba grabs Begs in a hug to have him be with him tightly, just to make sure that if any freak incident happens, that he won't be separated. And Lap is usually on his head.
Verdon's gonna wait until everybody's on the cube, stepping last, and then wrap his tail around everybody and be like, and write out, or he'll hold up the sorry note card.
Oh boy.
Say cheese.
Pull the lever, Crunk.
Wrong lever.
Now let's see if it is indeed the right one. Here we go, folks.
Dun 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 dun. Durr.
There it is.
I was more going for this.
So there was an appropriate sound for that.
Now I will ask for a group consensus. Ooh. High or low?
Oh
Hi,
shoot.
is my choice.
Hi.
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 I
All
know
right.
what these words mean.
High is good. Don't worry. This couldn't be anything that is not strictly to your benefit.
Oh, that line again. Thank you for the confidence.
Don't worry, everything will be daijoubu.
Daijoubu.
Daijoubu. O genki desu ka?
Oh dear.
Daijoubu janai?
Well,
Oh.
okay. I see.
See.
Okay. Well, okay. So here's what happens. As it starts up, you are already developing, let's call it a sinking feeling in your stomach as the floor is beginning to glow under you.
We have to say it properly. Squirrel's just gonna pipe up. I have a bad feeling about this. Now you can carry on.
The forbidden line. The forbidden...
Now you can carry on. It just had to be said. It's a legal requirement, you know?
Elva actually frowns.
Lap face palms.
Verdant just sighs silently.
Aquarelle just has the hey, whatever basic at this point. If he dies, as at least he died. I'd not being someone else's pawn.
The choice has been made. The pact has been sealed. We have been teleported to...
Fade! What are you doing here?
I'm in the library. Right?
He smiles. He has teeth. Oh, it's just Noah again.
Oh god, no.
Oh.
So, are we going to call it here and let the chat wonder where we wound up? Or are you going to tell us where we
I'm
wound
ready
up?
to describe it. Because it is akin to someone, it feels like reaching into your body, grabbing your stomach, and pulling you through skies.
Oh no, that's very bad for Verdant.
It does feel just terrible.
Ah, horrible.
But the worst has yet to come, as everything is a blur of color. Before, it feels like you hit something and start to tumble, as this place wasn't on the map. Oh. Do you think that there is potentially something that keeps people away, like some sort of barrier, maybe?
That absolutely makes sense and was something that I thought about but decided not to say.
Squirrel's
there
an
any way-
amnesiac, so wouldn't have said or thought about that at all.
Is there any way I can pose myself to take the brunt of the damage when we hit the dirt?
Oh, no. It's not damage, because you're tumbling through something, as now all the color is gone. Verdant, for a moment, this seems familiar. Ah, it is darkness and rocks.
Oh, we fell into him.
Before, you are seeing spots. No, they look more like holes that lead back into the real world.
I waved to the cosmic horror in the distance.
Funny that you mentioned that. Funny. Because it's not Noah. No, it has a very large serpentine body, actually, as it gazes upon you curiously with a golden head and a black and red colors being virtually the most that you can see of him at the moment.
Oh,
Giratina. We're in the distortion world. We've died.
Woo! Hell!
Black and red serpentine body. Oh,
He's going to look at one of the holes. This one is noticeably larger than the others, and quite frankly looks like a pane of glass had shattered in the air before just starting to nudge the lot of you with his tendrils towards it, like, scooch, go. This isn't for you.
this is my house. You coming to my house? Make a mess of my house.
As he starts unceremoniously sweeping you towards the hole. And now you're on the forest floor, sprawled and confused as what just happened? Looking up at the tree canopy, no sign of the hole anywhere.
Perhaps they
So,
haven't tested that with that many people.
did we all saw that, by the way? Or was that just Burden?
You all saw that. Verdant recognized it, though.
so what was that?
That, I think I know who that was.
Verdant's notebook floats up and goes, I've had a lot of acid trips way better than this.
What?
Acid moves. Poison types mess you up, man.
Did someone get the number on the truck that just hit us?
Ferdinand's going to write out, I think that might be Noah's dad.
What?
Wait. His dad?
Aquarelle's going to break out of the stupor he was in when he was just staring up into space flatly on the ground before just he said white. Noah said he's going to shake the days off of him. He had a father, I believe.
Noah's dad. But no.
Aquarelle's going to look around and see if Noah's still with him.
Curiously, he is not.
Noah!
As a singular paw reaches up out of the ground.
Oh no.
No, no.
Does somebody know Dig?
Squirrel is pulling on the paw.
Aquarelle actually does know Dig.
Think about
Yeah, what would be the roll for this? Move.
Probably body athletics. Forceful.
Oops. Hey.
And pulling on Noah's little paw, gets it to stretch more than gets him out. As he said, like, hold on. I'm kind of spread out.
How long do you think it'll take for the rest of you to catch up?
I don't know. I didn't do the thing that you did. I made a line. My feet are still back at the guild.
Oh god, those poor.
Oh my god, they're screaming back there right now. Holy
Yeah.
There's just feet left behind.
Oh no.
Most of us are gone. There's just Noah's paws left.
Also,
So does
also,
anyone know about that image of a rowlet just holding its head?
And that is where we can leave it for tonight.
I was gonna say that's Aquarelle's face
As
right
Noah
now.
is stretched all the way from the guild hall to this mountain range.
oh. Also, I did a lore check to see if Elba recognizes the thing that we just witnessed.
What were your successes?
6.
Okay. You have heard stories of the Arbiter of let's call it anti-existence, whose mere presence is hazardous to all who behold them.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that in mind to see what Elba says about that for the next session.
Question: are Edge, Vex, and Lap still with us?
Yes. However, there's something that I want to find.
Oh?
Yeah. Hold on. Yep, here it is. The both of them are they're having a time. And I believe that this is apt.
Hmm.
If it would load.
Did I miss something? Why was Hunter's shadows
Here's
posted?
to new beginnings.
That's an anagram of what Verdon saw.
Oh, okay. Blaze the Drone, thank you very much for that follow. Welcome.
There it is.
We need that sound effect again. The da da da.
So that's what Bex and Lap are doing at the moment.
A bit. You've never seen Lap surprise. But all things considered, maybe it's warranted this time.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
I wonder if the gravity of the situation has finally hit a certain young Charmander.
Perhaps.
What is Edge? What is Edge's response to all this?
Edge is a ghost type. Hasn't he seen worse?
Look at that cute
Maybe.
sleepy Satan.
See?
All
I would find it
right.
amusing if Edge's one eye just has that been there, seen it look in his eye.
Just completely unamused.
He'd probably just like, oh, hey, sorry, don't worry, we're leaving.
I like that.
Go ahead.
Sorry, it won't happen again.
All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today for this art stream as well as Lost in Chaos Scar. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I could not do this without your guys' help and support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by simply sharing the stream around, as well as coming by, hanging out, grabbing some packs of cards or stream loots, and you can also help out by subscribing to our YouTube, and of course bringing your friends in. But for now, thank you so much for joining, everybody, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Later, everyone.
Bye.
Bye bye.